Oh, sorry. Good morning, YouTube. I'm driving. Seems like I like to do my videos when I'm in my car. It's early morning. Well, it's early for me. It's like 9-ish in the morning. I wanted to come on and give a little update on where I am in my process of preparing for my surgery. I still have a couple of things, a couple of items that I still need to either order or just pick up. I'm a lot closer to almost being finished with the money that I need for my surgery. Well, actually, I have the money for my surgery. I'm just working on my extra money to have with me just in case something goes left in the DR. And I need a little extra. We're not looking forward to that happening. Not putting that out there in the world for it to happen. Just saying that if it shall happen, I'll be prepared. And I recommend that with anybody. If you're going to go that far, don't go there with just a little bit of money and not able to take care of whatever may arise if you're out there. I suggest that you bring at least $1,500 with you. Because in the DR, several things can be quite costly. Especially when it comes down to another overnight stay. You may have to stay in the hospital another night. Buying another faja, because I won't buy my faja from Amazon. I'm going to buy my faja in the DR. So it's going to cost me close to $200 for that faja. So if that's your plan, you know that. Now, my doctor told me that my meds would only be $95. And I know everybody is asking their doctors to write prescriptions for their meds. My doctor will not write prescriptions for my meds, but I do have some extra meds that I've had for pain in the past that hasn't expired and won't be expired by the time I have my surgery. So I'll take those with me and I'll utilize those. And I have some Tylenol that I'll also bring with me, and I have some 800 milligram ibuprofen, so I'll be taking that with me as well. But like I said, I want to iterate that. Make sure that you're going to have some extra money to do whatever it is. And nothing may not happen. You may come back with every dime, and that is a blessing. But if by some chance something does come up, whereas you need a blood transfusion, or you need another surgery, or you need to stay in a hospital, or you need to go to your recovery house and you're not healing like you need to, and you need to stay another week, you need to be prepared to be able to pay for those things. So I suggest that you bring at least $1,500 to $2,000 with you. Mine is going to be $1,500, and if I can bring $2,000, I will, but mainly $1,500 for me to be able to do the things that I need to do while I'm in the DR. My iron levels. So I've made the videos, told everyone that I have worked hard on trying to get my diabetes, my A1C levels lowered, and I've been successful. I mean, I think I'm teeter-tottering back and forth, but not whereas it's gonna skyrocket, by no means. So I'm doing very well with that. So I thought that taking my iron pills early, starting at like 3 months, taking all my iron supplements. I take iron, I take a liquid iron, I take folic acid, and I take vitamin C. My folic acid is 400. My vitamin C is 1,000. I take 2 500 pills of vitamin C a day. So I was like, yeah, my iron levels are gonna be on point, at least over a 12. I just figured that was gonna be the case. Well, no, that wasn't the case. The last time I came on here, I told you all that my iron levels were at 11.9. And I went to the doctor on Wednesday, and now they're down to 11.3. So my question was, why are they going down instead of going up? I think my cycle plays a big part in it. I'm pretty heavy, especially the first 2 days of my cycle. So I talked to my doctor, and my doctor prescribed me very something sulfate, which is just iron pills. She ordered me 325 milligrams, and she told me to take them 3 times a day to help build my iron. I'll still take my folic acid. I'll still take my vitamin C. I still take the beetroots. But I think I'm gonna start incorporating more natural things too as well. Like instead of eating lettuce for a salad, I'll eat spinach. I can't just eat spinach. I don't like the way cooked spinach tastes, but I can eat raw spinach. I think that's the only raw vegetable that I can really eat, other than tomatoes. And tomatoes not considered a vegetable; it's a fruit. So whatever. I'll do that. But it made me think about something, and I kind of wanted to put that out here on YouTube to say this. I was really disappointed when I saw my iron levels. Instead of taking it as a sign of, you know what, you have 7 weeks to build it and do better, I took it as I have 7 weeks and there's no way possible that it's going to be where I need it to be. And then I had to sit down and I had to think about it. That everything that you're looking for or trying to do may not always come out and be successful the first time. And you have to be able to process that in your mind, whereas instead of processing it as a negative, trying to find the positive in it, whereas you can push forward and get the final results that you're trying to get. Because I still believe that the final results are still possible, but it may take a little bit longer, or it may be a little bit harder, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible for it to be achieved. And I had to really think about that, because I was really hurt. I was really upset, because I felt like I had to put into so much time and so much work, and that it was going to be where I needed it to be, and it's not. So you just have to refocus. Like, you have to refocus, find another plan, find another way to work that out, find another way to say, all right, this is a monkey wrench that has been thrown in my plan, but how can I fix it? What is my alternatives? What other way can I go around it? And that's with anything. That's with the surgery. It's with getting your diabetes under control. It's with getting your iron levels up. It's with losing weight. It's with all those different things. There are different ways to look at it, and there's different ways to fix the situation, and not always see it as a negative. And I really had to refocus my mind on that, because I was really upset and I was really hurt, and I was like, well, almost to the point where I'm like, you know what, I can't go to the DR with my irons like this. I can't. I'm gonna rephrase it. I'm going to say this. I cannot go to the DR with my iron levels like that. Why? Because, okay, if I can get an iron transfusion there, I'll pay for that. But I don't want a blood transfusion. I don't want nobody else's blood. I mean, unless I'm dying, I don't want nobody else's blood to be transfused inside me if I can avoid it. If I can avoid it, I don't want it. Now, I'm saying that, but if it was to the point where it was a matter of life and death, then, I had to do what I had to do. I had to take what I had to take. And if getting a blood transfusion is what I would have to do, that's just what I would have to do. But I would prefer not to. So, but my message in all this is that, the message that I got out of it, and the message I'm trying to give to you all, is that sometimes things may not always be the way you want them to be, but there's always another way to fix that problem. So if you get out there and you have surgery and you're like, this is not what I was looking for, there is a way to fix that. There's another way to achieve the goal that you want. It may not be exactly and you may have to go for a round 2. And I understand if you don't want to, because I really don't want to either. But, you know, you may have to go for a round 2. But you can make the best results out of what you have right now by continuously wearing your faja, and make sure you get your massages, and make sure you're relieving all the fluid that needs to be relieved until you're able, and make sure that your healing is the best healing that it can be, so that when it's time for your round 2, you're not still having complications from your round 1, and able to get whatever other work you needs to be done. And the same thing with your iron. You can take extra iron supplements or whatever, or find a hematologist so that you can get an iron infusion or whatever the case may be, to get up your iron. And then start with your diabetes. If start playing with different medications if what you've been on has not worked for you. Because sometimes, let me tell you about being a diabetic, and I had to learn this recently. I didn't necessarily know this beforehand, but I had to learn this recently. You have a voice in your health care. A lot of us go to our diabetic doctors and expect them to have the magic wand. Expect them to know exactly what to do, how to do it, to fix your situation. And that is not always true. They'll tell you, oh, take Lantus, take metformin, diet and exercise, it'll get you where you need to be. And that's not always the case. Sometimes you need to say, oh, I saw that commercial and I would like to try that. A lot of us get afraid from side effects, but life have a side effect. Everything in life has a side effect. So, and if you have those side effects, then you know what? You say, well, this is not the drug for me. I need to change that. Or maybe diet and exercise actually will work for you, but it doesn't work for everybody. You understand? And sometimes some of us, we still don't eat the right things, but we still need that medication to help us to stay as healthy as we possibly can. So what I'm saying is that sometimes you have to take your health into your own hands and be like, you know what? Even though the doctor said this, that doesn't necessarily make it what it is for you. It may work for me, but it probably won't work for you. And if it doesn't work for you, you have a voice, you have a mouth, you have control over to say, well, you know what? I tried this. We did this for a month. It didn't work. Can we try something different? Let's try something different to see if that'll work for me. Or, you know what? I had too many side effects from that medication, and I don't think I really want to try that again. So can we try something else, because I don't want to have those side effects anymore. But you can't be afraid to try different things because of the side effects, because everybody don't have those side effects. I've been taking Trulicity for 3 months now, and most of the side effects that they say are I've been taking that medicine for 3 months now and haven't had none of the side effects from it. And there's probably somebody out there who's taken it and had all the side effects from it. I just said, okay. Sometimes the basics don't necessarily work for all of us. Sometimes we have to speak up and speak out and say, look, this is not working for me. And I've just learned that because for years I've had diabetes. And for years I've never tried nothing new. I've always tried metformin. And then when the metformin wasn't, well, actually I ended up on Lantus when I got pregnant, because they were supposed to take me off the metformin, but they didn't. But I've been taking insulin ever since. And I hated taking insulin. I hated giving myself a shot every day. I hated giving myself shots twice, 3 times a day, sometimes because of the fact that they wanted you to take another medicine to control the food intake and keeping your sugar, your levels down that way. I got sick and tired of doing that, and it got to the point where as I wouldn't take my medication because of it, and all it did was cause more problems. And I thank God that I don't have any complications from from diabetes causing any other issues. I can thank God for that. But I could have had many complications. I could have had a lot of issues that I don't have right now. So like I said, but I learned to ask my doctor for different things. Okay, this is not working, or you know what, can we try this because I think this may work a little bit better. So sometimes you have to put your health in your own hands and just research some stuff and see what will work for you. Stop being afraid of the side effects, because you won't get all side effects. Everybody don't get every side effect. And like I said, if you do have side effects that you're not comfortable with, then you let your doctor know, look, this is not working for me. I can't deal with these side effects. I don't want to deal with these side effects. So I need you to change me to something else. You have a voice. When it comes down to your health, you have a voice. And everybody needs to understand that they have a voice. And I know that there are some women out there that knows this already. But there are some who don't, because for a long time I didn't. So I feel like I should share that, because a lot of people will not step out and take a risk on saying, look, this is what I want for myself. And sometimes when you have that doctor that just won't listen to you and want everything to go the way he wants, sometimes you have to find another doctor, because your doctor is not there to be a dictator. He's there to help you help yourself with your health. He's not there for you to tell you what he wants you to do because he feels is right. Because at the end of the day, it's not his body. You take his advice because he is the doctor. But you still know what works and what doesn't work for you. And if you're taking something and it's not working for you, then that's when you start making other suggestions. Look, I don't think this is working for me. Can we try something different? I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still the doctor, and most doctors still have your best interest at heart. But what I am saying is, don't just take that at face value. Sometimes you have to do your own research. Just like you're out here trying to have plastic surgery as a diabetic, and you ran across this video because you're diabetic and you want to have this surgery, but you don't know nobody else who's done this, and you don't know nobody else who's had diabetes who's done this. So you're out here and you're researching, you're looking for information on how to do this the best way you can because you're diabetic. Then that's the same way you should feel taking control of your diabetes, or taking control of any health condition that you may have. If you're taking something and your levels are not lowering because you've tried it all, you're exercising, you're dieting, and you're taking this medication and you're still not getting the results that you're looking for, then that's the time to research. Well, I saw this medication, let me see the side effects. I mean, you still want to know what the side effects are, so that if you were to decide to take it, then you would know what to look out for. So, I mean, just think about that like that. Just think about some of that that way. You're looking for ways to benefit yourself. If you had a heart surgery, if you needed to have heart surgery, a triple bypass, double bypass, and you know the risk of you having that heart surgery is for you to die, that is a side effect from that surgery. You can die from that surgery. But your benefit outweighs the non-benefit, because even though you may die, the purpose of doing it is because They're trying to help you live a healthier life with a healthier heart. So you're going to take and do that surgery because of the fact of the benefit of saving your life. It's the same way with your diabetes. When you have the opportunity or an option that comes across to you and has been shown to you, or you found, or you researched, and you think that's something that's going to be beneficial to you, sometimes the side effects may sound harsh, but sometimes the benefit outweigh the non-benefit of even trying to take that medication. So think about that way. Don't think about it in the sense of, oh, I don't want to take it because of those side effects, because you don't know if you're going to be the person to have those side effects. Just think about it in that sense. Think about what your benefit will be, and would your benefit outweigh your non-benefit for taking that medication. Thank you. Y'all have a good day. I'm about to get off my soapbox now, and I'm going to pick up my sister and drop her off to the hairdresser. So y'all have a safe day. Enjoy yourself, and God bless.